Are you diabetic? Do you need a recipe for overnight oats that will actually keep your blood sugar stabilized for all of breakfast time until lunch? Come with me and let's make them. So what you want to do is you're going to take your rolled oats. You can choose whatever brand you want. These are the Quaker ones. I also have some Bob's Red Mill, and I don't know if I have enough of them, you can see, and I'm just gonna kind of mix and match them just so I can use the rest of the product. So, I'm gonna open up my bag and get my 1 cup measuring cup. Scoop in one of my cups, and let's see what we got left here. Ooh, almost. Let's get a little bit of the Quaker oats. So we've got our 2 cups in. It calls for 2 cups of milk, but I like to do 1 cup of almond milk, and just adding in the unsweetened vanilla almond milk gives it a little bit of flavor. And so you have a little bit of that vanilla that's really soaked into the oats. And then I do another cup of the Fairlife, the skim milk that they have. And this milk has extra protein in it, which is really awesome for when you're making this recipe. So 1 cup of this has 13 grams of protein. Now we're gonna be doing 4 tablespoons of our chia seeds. And again, I like to use the Bob's Red Mill. It's available at pretty much all the grocery stores. And it's really good quality, so that is why I prefer to use it. So next we're gonna do 2 to 3 of the tablespoons of maple syrup. If you don't have maple syrup, don't worry. You can use any local honey that you have, that's totally fine. This brand here is Spring Tree. I got it at H-E-B. I am a Texas girl, so I do have access to H-E-B. Sorry if you don't. It is kind of the best grocery store out there. Then we're gonna do a pinch of salt. I always just kind of pour it in my hand and see what I have. Awesome, it's in there. We definitely want to add our protein powder. So the protein powder I'm using here is the Clean Simple Eats, and I'm using the cake batter one because I like the taste of it, and it gives it just a little bit more of a flavor profile. And then it says 4 tablespoons, but just so y'all know, so you don't have to do the math, it is an entire scoop. So I'm gonna pour that in. We're supposed to do 2 teaspoons of the vanilla extract, but what I do is I do 1 of the almond extract, and after that, I'll do 1 of the vanilla, and I like to do the almond with the cake batter protein because it tastes like wedding cake. So it gives you like a wedding cake flavor for your overnight oats, but you don't have to deal with all of the carbs that come from wedding cake and all the frosting. Last but not least, our favorite peanut butter. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Ooh. I mean, if it's on the spoon, it doesn't count as part of the serving size, right? So I know some of you might be wondering, why are you not using Greek yogurt? I am not the biggest fan of Greek yogurt. Kind of tastes like sour cream. Also not a big fan of sour cream. This recipe specifically does not call for Greek yogurt, and I love it so much because it doesn't. It goes down way easier. Now we mix it all up. Easy peasy. They smell super tasty. Y'all are gonna love these. They're so easy. It's prep work of 15 minutes and you have breakfast for 4 days. So now we're gonna fill up our measuring cup, and a serving size of one of these is 8 ounces. So I'm gonna measure it into one of my bowls, and these are the Anchor Hawking bowls. They're awesome. They've got 4 of them come in a set. They have lids on them. They're amazing. I use them every week for meal prep. We have made our overnight oats. They're gonna sit overnight in the fridge. And then I just wanted to give you the macros on this dish per serving. It's 46 grams of net carbs, 22 grams of protein, 14 grams of fat, 9 grams of fiber. And if you add 1/3 of a cup of strawberries to the top of this, it is 50 grams of net carbs. if there's ever a moment when I am wanting to add extra protein, or I'm wanting something really that kind of gives me something sweet for breakfast, I will also pair it with my Built Bars. This one right here is the chocolate dough chunk one. It's probably one of my favorite ones, and this will add on an extra 17 grams of protein. These are delicious. They have marshmallow centers in them, and then they have little chunks of cookie dough. Like, look at this thing, it's delicious. See, there's the cookie dough right there. They're so good. But these are the overnight oats without the Greek yogurt. They're so good. I look forward to cooking with you guys again. Give me a like and follow. Share it with your friends. This is a great recipe. It's so good. Such a staple for being a diabetic. See y'all soon.